So as we were saying, we are able to now factorize this into my two brackets. We have an A, we have an A, but we need to get our 7 over here. So which of these pairs can give us a 7? 1 and 18, no. 2 and 9, yes. 3 and 6, no. So therefore, 2 and 9, 2, 9. There is a minus on the end, which means 1 plus, 1 minus. The minus in the middle will go on the bigger factor, which is that one. There's my plus. There is my happiness lying in factorization. But let's just say that this nutcase over here maybe forgot to look for common factors. Okay, well, will it still work if I don't look for common factors? And the answer is yes, yes it will. It'll just be much tougher. So we are then going to have to look at factors of 2 and of 36. So we have a 2 and a 1, and then we're going to need factors of 36 to give me 14. Well, what multiplies to give 36? Well, 1 and 36. There's 2 and 18. There's 3 and 12. There is 4 and 9. I think there's 4 and 9. Am I lying to you guys? No, 4 and 9, that is right. And nothing else. So, tick, 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 zook. So we need to choose one of these to give me my minus 14 when linked with the 1 and the 2. So it's slightly more difficult because you can't just say, all right, which one has a gap of 14? Well, none of them. So now we need to be a little bit more smart in our choice. So if we start in the middle, we have a 4 and a 9. So if I go 9, 4, I check my multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 and 8, not going to give me 14. All right, maybe I just need to swap them around. 2 times 9 is 18. 1 by 4 is 4. 4 and 18 can definitely give me 14. Here's me striking gold. So therefore, I need to know to get minus 14, since it's a minus, plus minus as we said, minus 14 means it's going to have to be minus 18 plus 4 to give me my minus 14 middle term. So therefore, these signs carry over. And that is my one bracket, and that is my other bracket. So I then factorize it into 2a plus 4 and a minus 9. Now you may look at this and say, Odin, you are wrong. I declare war on Odin because this and this are not the same. But if you look closer, our common factor that we didn't take out before is now hidden in this bracket. So we can actually take out a 2 from this bracket. We get a plus 2. We get a minus 9. And now Odin has showed you the way. All right. So as I said, it doesn't matter when you take it out. You will be taking it out eventually if you have to. However, if you take it out before, 2 benefits. Number 1, your numbers always get smaller. Number 2, you will never have to look for it again. Ah, buddy. Don't worry, hopefully someone in your household has taken down stuff for you. And it's a similar thing with these. You'll be able to take out a common factor for 7 and for 8, and then stuff just happens nicely. These ones here, however, are slightly more complicated because you will have to deal with both factors being this cross multiplication effort with all of these. So there is no common factor you can take out here to get a nice one variable squared coefficient at the front. So let us have a look at one that's slightly more complicated, because then I can give you some options here. All right, I am liking that one. So I'm going to do number 3 with you. So 12a squared minus ab minus 35b squared. 12a squared minus ab plus 35b squared. I think that was right. Plus ab minus 35b squared. Plus ab minus 35b squared. Now you have a look and you go, oh no! I now have variables in the front, in the middle, and in the back. What do I do? The answer's exactly the same thing. Because this is actually just like a trinomial in A going that way, and in B going that way. Because you have a squared here, A, and a constant being no A. And then on this side, you have b squared, b, and no b being your constant on that side. So we are going to end up with 2 brackets, with an AA, a BB, and no AA is no reference to me. And then we're going to have our signs in the middle, 1 plus 1 minus, and we just then need to check what numbers are in front of the A and what numbers are in front of the B. So we're going to have to look at factors of 12. All right, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. All right, and factors of 35. 1, 35. 3 doesn't, 5, 7, done. So by doing this, we're like, okay, I'm pretty sure that we're not going to be using 1 and 35 to get to a middle of 1. So let's try a 5 and a 7. All right. Now we need to get a 1 coefficient. So a 1 middle term, which means that when we multiply these things, they're going to have to be pretty similar. And when I say pretty similar, I mean so similar that there's only 1 difference between them, because that's the middle term. So now, which are we going to choose out of these? So I have a look and I say, well, maybe 3 and 4. And I multiply. 3 by 7 is 21. 4 by 5 is 20. Yeah, the intuition is working today. Pow! Coefficient of 1. So we know that we want a coefficient of plus 1 here. So therefore we need plus 20, plus 21, minus 20. And then we need a plus 1. So therefore that's a plus and that's a minus. So therefore that is my bracket and that is my bracket numbers. So it's going to be 3a minus 5b, that's this bracket over here, that goes there. And this one over here, 4a plus 7b, that one over there. Now maybe you don't believe me. Let's FOIL this out. 3a times 4a, let's even get a different color. So 3a times 4a gives me 12a squared. 3a by 7b is my 21AB minus 20AB gives me plus 1AB, and then minus 5B by plus 7B is minus 35B squared. Boom! The pen is dropped. So one more time, just going through, I'll go through this quickly. We need factors of 12, we list it. Factors of 35, we list it. We need to choose a pair from here, choose a pair from there, put them down and cross multiply. Remember, this cross multiplying here is what we're going to be using to get our middle term. Because in finding the factors and choosing those pairs, we are automatically assured of getting the first term and getting the last term. So when we cross multiply, we get numbers, and these need to come together to give me this, because this is my coefficient of my middle term, plus 1. And if that is true, I have my signs that I put on here to make that true, and this sign goes into there, this sign goes into there, and then these are all my coefficients for my two brackets. So the 3 goes to there, the minus goes to there, the 5 goes to there, and then the other bracket, 4 goes to there, the plus goes to there, and the 7 goes to there. And why do I have an A and a B? Because my A's are on the left, being my A squared, and my B's are on my right, being my B squared. Boom. I'm glad I'm not in some of your guys' rooms, because there's probably brains splattered all over your screens now. Mind blown. What happens when you switch the signs around from Stefan? Meaning, if you put a plus here and a minus there, you'll end up with something that looks very similar to this. The only difference is that that'll be a minus and not a plus. However, if you swap that and that around, as you saw from last week, it completely changes the factorization. All right. I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to do one more of these. So what I will do is I will do one more, and then we can leave grouping for next time. Oh, yes. Good option. So I will leave 7 and 8 just because they're fun to mess with. But number 6, 15 minus A minus 6A squared. 15. Oh, I forgot that it actually keeps these. It's a different annotating. Okay, cool. So then I can clear my drawings. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Review, ink here. 15 minus A squared minus 6A or something like that. Damn it, I have the memory of a goldfish. 15 minus A minus 6A squared. Not even slightly. Buddy, those scribbles are my handwriting. Thank you very much. All right. So now we notice this, and we notice that there's a problem because it's in the wrong order. We need to reorder this minus 6A squared minus A plus 15. You can factorize it like that. Then you just got to remember that you put the A at the end of the brackets, not at the beginning. So it doesn't matter. However, make sure, I like to reorganize it to this because this is the form that I know and that I'm used to. But now we have a problem. We have this minus in the front. And this minus in the front is the worst possible thing that can happen to us, because that changes all of our rules. So what can we do about it? We simply exclude what we don't like most of society. So we take out a minus, but in taking out a minus here, this over here is going to be affected. So that is now a plus A, and then that is a minus 15. Thanks, guys. Let's keep it calm over there on the chats. So, focus on the maths. This negative is the common factor was sitting on the outside. Now, the problem is that we can work this out, which is fine, but we must just remember that outside my two brackets, I'm going to have my minus. Great. Let's look at my factors of 6. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. So there's my pairs. Factors of 15, 1, 15, 3, 5. There's my pairs. So I need to pick one of these two pairs to be on my left, one of these two pairs to be on my right. I need, again, a coefficient of 1, so we're probably going to want ones that are quite similar. Guys, seriously, let's keep this calm, or you will be booted from the session. And there is a possibility that you can be blocked from future sessions. So hence, let's keep this very calm. All right, so we have a 2, a 3, a 3, and a 5. So I'm picking these two because they're the most middle, and the most middle on both sides will hopefully cancel to become almost 0. So we can cancel there. So 2 by 5 is 10. 3 by 3 is 9. Boom! There's my difference of 1. And I need a +1 difference. So it needs to be +10 minus 9. And then this plus carries over there. That minus carries over there. There is my bracket. There is my bracket. Thank you for the apologies, gentlemen. And good news is just because you've apologized, you get a bracket. You get a bracket. You get it. Everybody gets a bracket. So we have a 2 with a -3 and an A. We have a 3 with a +5 and an A. Whopping! Maths blown. Just like that.